So welcome to another edition of GW Unspoken, where we discuss stuff we don't typically talk about but probably should. And I've got a very special guest with me today. Who are you?
Reece.
Reece Duel, a blast from the past. How are you, mate?
Yeah, pretty good.
That's good.
Pretty good.
If I said to you right now, checking in out of 5, 5's awesome, 1's terrible, where are you sitting?
Oh, I could be a 5. A little bit anxious, so I'd bring it down to a 4.
A bit anxious about the podcast?
Yeah.
I'm nervous too. This is going to be really good. What are you grateful for at the moment?
Just being able to do my own thing,
Yeah. Okay.
my own life on my own terms.
Nice. We're going to get into that. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to put you on the spot now. A lot of people get nervous with this. Who is Reece Duel? Let's talk about this in 30 to 60 seconds. I'm going to time it from – no, I won't do that. But just give a summary of who you are.
I'm Reece. I like to be pretty active. I like to be outdoors quite a bit. I am a carpenter. I work for myself. Only recently getting into business and stuff, so it's pretty interesting
Nice.
for me. And yeah, that's about mostly it. Single and
We're going to promote this on the podcast, aren't
possibly
we? Yeah, nice. Age?
26.
And live locally. You lived here for a while?
Redcliffe my whole life.
Nice.
Born here.
Go the Fins.
Fins up,
Are you a Fins up guy?
definitely.
Nice.
Was Cowboys, but I've had to change. You can't
see,
not.
that's harsh. See, I'm a Cowboys guy, but
Yeah, I remember that.
we'll talk about this. G-rated. How do we know each other?
You were my teacher in high school for pretty much the whole time. Mostly 11 and 12 though, when we had Cert 3 class.
Yeah, right.
I don't think you were my teacher before that. I don't remember.
Don't think so, no.
Nah,
That makes me pretty old now, so that's interesting, isn't it?
9 years ago. 10 years if you say year 11.
That's scary, isn't it? We don't have to break that down for the listeners, mate, so thank you for that. Tell me about, let's go through a bit of your journey now. You ready for this?
Yeah, sure.
Tell me about primary school. Do you remember back then?
Yeah, I started actually in Brighton,
Oh, did you?
primary school, 1 to 5. Yeah. Well, my parents owned a house over there for like a couple of years.
Yeah.
Sometimes. So I was born here. They
Yeah.
moved over there. I was only they lived there and I went to school there for the prep or preschool back then.
Yeah.
I think it was preschool grade 1 and then they moved back to Redcliffe and I still went there till grade 5 and then Scarborough
Primary.
Primary, grade 5 till 7, obviously.
Was school good? Primary school?
Yeah. I'd say it was pretty good. Obviously, a lot of people had pretty bad experiences. I'd say my experience was pretty good.
Were you a good person? Were you a good boy at school? Primary school?
Oh, I think I wasn't necessarily a bad person. There's definitely heaps of things that I wish I could have done better.
Yeah, okay.
For sure, but it's all learning and stuff.
Did you play footy back then when you were younger?
Yeah, it was.
Did you play for the Brighton Roosters?
I did actually.
Yeah, there you go.
I did. Yeah, that was great. That's when I was 6,
Okay.
and then I played for Peninsula Power soccer
Yep.
for about 2 years, and then I started playing football again, rugby league.
Yeah, right. And that's your
Dolphins.
passion? That's your favourite sport?
Yeah, for sure. Golf's creeping up,
Oh, nice.
but yeah, no, definitely very passionate about my footy and watching it every week. Mostly Dolphins games.
Okay, good.
Can't really catch them all.
No.
I
That's
don't have
good.
that amount of time.
Yeah. Well, if you become really good at golf, I'm really good at being a caddy, mate, so it's 10%. Let's talk about secondary school. Talk me through your journey of high school.
Yeah, Redcliffe High, I wondered the whole time.
Yeah. And did you find, was school okay for you? Were you engaged in class? Were you bored in class? Were you usually fairly well behaved in class? What was school like for you?
I was definitely that kid that was, could have done a lot better if I applied myself.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, I think I breezed through, but I could have done better
Yeah.
for sure. I didn't live up to my potential,
Okay.
I think.
So
But I
yeah.
passed obviously grade 12 and stuff, but
Yeah.
could have done more.
In trouble much?
I'd say not bad trouble, not major trouble, but yeah, for sure. Always pushing the boundaries.
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily stop, does it? No, it doesn't. Definitely grew up with authority issues for sure.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
I think probably would stem maybe from my parents.
Yeah. Were they strict?
Not strict, but slightly helicopter, a
Yeah.
little bit on top of you, a little bit.
Yeah. And so it was your chance to have a bit of autonomy at school and
Yeah.
break the boundaries a bit.
Yeah, and my dad's pretty he's an old school kind of guy.
Yeah.
A little bit in a way.
Yeah.
So he's a bit more full on.
Yeah, as in strict with the rules and stuff.
Oh, how can I describe this? He would just be more aggressive about the way he's telling you how to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
So, you don't have the opportunity at home to break the rules because you just get your dad, so you go to school, break them.
Yeah, okay.
Just minor stuff, just little things like using your phone in class and wearing the wrong shoes to school. I probably would have about 1,000 of those slips.
Okay.
Wrong shoes to school. And that's just a basic thing, but it's just like an authority thing. You're just pushing the boundaries.
Yeah.
Just seeing how far you can go.
Why do people do that for, do you reckon? Because we all do it. But why do you think? Is it to try and...
I think it's just a bit, you're bored. Your brain's bored.
Yeah.
If your brain was focusing your energy on something else, say you were really good at the trumpet or something, you're not going to be doing that stuff because you're more focused on going to school and playing the trumpet and practicing and stuff. So it's like, people are, pushing the boundaries and breaking the rules because they haven't found what their purpose is.
Okay. Never heard that one before, but I like that. Do you think is part of it too, though, just to get credibility from your mates about what you can get away with?
Yes and no. Like, I'd say, like, I used to wag school heaps. Like, say grade 10, 11, and 12 half years. I was like, I grew up a little bit, I think, in grade 12.
Yeah.
It's because, you remember me being sick, don't you?
Yeah.
So that was grade 11, pretty much the whole of grade 11.
Yeah.
So I was gone, not at school.
Yeah.
I was in hospital and stuff. I wouldn't say the whole, it was from April onwards.
Yeah.
Just, majority of high school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, I think when I came back from that, I came back a little bit more matured, I'd say, because you've gone through pretty hectic ordeal. I had all the surgery. I didn't go to school for the whole year.
Yeah.
Come back year 12. We went on the trip.
Yeah.
That was year 12.
Mm.
Yeah. That was towards the end. So I had that sort of look
to New Zealand.
Yeah, my bro.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah. Well, you're the whole reason I went there, really.
Ski trip.
Yeah. You're the sole reason I went there because we were late on the payments.
Yeah.
And then you somehow got in touch with my mum. I don't know if you chased her.
Shh, we don't need to worry about that. You just were there. Yeah.
I don't remember, but we got the payments through and I went to New Zealand and it all happened. I'm super grateful for that trip because that's just
how good was it?
Sparked that want to go overseas and want to travel and see more. Because if you don't see that, then you don't know what's out there and stuff. You do social media and internet and stuff, but if you don't experience it young, then you don't have that drive to
really
want to do it.
Yeah, yeah. And what a great camp! That was, you guys were unbelievable. It was such a good.
It was a good crew.
Time. Yeah,
good group, and the teachers and all you guys and stuff were great. And it wasn't overly strict or anything. We sort of got to do what I want, and it was just great. It was the best.
I remember that we're getting off topic here, but it's good to talk about memories. I remember going to Queenstown. We stayed in this lodge, 8 minutes out of town walk, and we just said, right, you guys, as long as you're in groups of 3, everyone's gonna be back by 9. We trust you, and we're thinking, oh mate, is this the right thing to do with a group of, we don't know how safe Queenstown is. We've heard about how safe, and we'll just trust them. We'll walk around the town to see them every now and then, and we let you guys go. And I remember getting back about 8:45, being ready and dead set. I think it was 3 minutes to 9. Everyone was back there. Some people back there earlier playing chess in front of the fireplace. It was just
that social room was cool. I think everyone eventually. I remember that.
So cool.
I remember nights in there for sure.
Yeah,
and everyone was just hanging out, all basically spread around the whole room.
Yeah,
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
I don't remember that at all until you just brought it up.
It's funny little things you remember, and there's people we just thought students were going socialise with students today, but often we were snowboarding or skiing with each other and banter. It was just one of those times in New Zealand I'll never forget.
It was great. Yeah. 110%. I'm the same. I'll never forget that. And that's something that's just really, it's something you remember and you want to do that again. So you push yourself and you want to do better in life in general, money and stuff, so you can do things like that.
Yeah, that's good. So you said that you didn't sort of apply yourself as much at school like you probably could have, and a lot of people will say that, but if you picturing yourself now and knowing yourself back then, how can I explain this? If you were now looking at your younger self, would you have done more at school, or were you still happy with how you've gone through?
I'm happy with where I am right now because it's where I've kind of put myself, but I would probably not do a trade, use my brain a little bit more. I'd stay away from drugs and alcohol and stuff, obviously. Yeah. If you could, you would. Yeah. And just be more mindful of who you're around. Yeah. I think.
Was there
'Cause
much
that would change your path. Like if you're around people that are more, say you're around kids that are chasing the OP, you're going to sort of be chasing the OP. But if you're around people that are chasing 10-pack of drinks, then that's what you're chasing.
You become who you hang around, right?
That's like very, very true and important. Like people don't realize how important that is.
Yeah.
And all my people around me like do what I do, or they have the drive to want to.
So was that always your case, though? Like you mentioned drugs and alcohol, and you don't have to go into too much if you don't want to, but were you part of a crowd that was sort of influenced by that?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And like it's still around and stuff.
Yeah.
You don't think, unless you fully strip everyone in your life, or for me personally, it's still going to be around, but it's all the decisions you make, whether you choose to dabble a little bit or too much.
Yeah.
You know, and as you get older, like it all sort of slows down quite a bit, but it doesn't for everyone. But for me, as I've gotten older, it's just falling off and stuff because it's not exciting anymore. You're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a bigger drive. That's why we're going to talk about that soon. Talk about after school then. So you finished year 12?
Finished year 12 and I started my apprenticeship basically in January or February the next year. So I went to schoolies and stuff on the Gold Coast. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was great. That was like I went with Matt Cullen, Alexander Irvin, Eli, Brad. That was our crew.
Something of a blast from the past there, yeah.
Yeah. And we just went up and it was just all drinks and stuff and just had a normal time. Nothing really overly bad happened.
Yeah.
And it was just normal young kid stuff. Wasn't overboard, wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then got into your trade in carpentry?
Yeah. I started going and doing commercial stuff in the city with this guy.
Yeah.
Damo.
Yeah. How'd that go?
Yeah, I'd say, you just get used for cheap labour, I think, in your early years of your apprenticeship. Not with everyone. With the guy I was with, there wasn't like so much carpentry work. It was more just like all this general labour sort of stuff around your site.
Yeah.
But as you get it, get a bit better, and you just need to focus on like the hard work, I think. And just working and just like learn that, and then the trade stuff will just come eventually.
Yeah.
But definitely grateful that I did it.
Yeah. You learn skills along the way, right? Even if it's working resilience and work, if you've got the crap jobs, you still work out. Resilience.
Yeah. Like definitely. You gain that because you're in a position where you're the lowest person on the ladder.
Yeah.
And you do the worst jobs, and you've got to be happy about it and not put on a stink face. So you definitely learn a fair bit of resilience, and it serves you later in life.
Yeah,
for sure. Because when things go wrong, you don't just spit the dummy out. You go like, all right,
I've got the tools now to get through because I've been through this mud before.
Yeah. That is the best thing about going through the mud is that you get to pick up all the tools along the way.
Do you think a lot of people miss going through the mud and they struggle later in life?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, the mud, no rain, no flowers is my Instagram bio. That's like what I live by because I've had heaps of terrible times, but like super grateful for all the good ones.
Yeah.
And the good ones outweigh the bad.
Yeah. And you focus on those ones.
It's easy to focus on the negatives and stuff. I can't even, you got to protect your energy. I can't even be around people that are super negative like that. And
good on you.
Yeah. It's only stuff that you pick up on by putting yourself around people that aren't good.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do that, then you'll never properly learn. You got to do things the bad way to learn, I think. You've got to,
Well, I can tell you, it's a really good point you just brought up then, but they're saying that, you look at different researchers, they have different numbers, but they're very similar, but they reckon it's like 4 to 6 negatives to a positive. Like if you go through a positive, if you have one, you need 4 to 6 positives, to cancel one negative. So our brains are geared to look for negative. Yeah, negative, yeah. But look because of dangers in the primitive times, that kind of stuff. It's to look for danger, stay away from danger and look towards positivity. But they reckon that's why a lot of people they're infatuated by the news, they're infatuated by the negative. They get wrapped up in negative stories. They hang around people who aren't maybe so positive because they be part of that same cultural group to easily bag people or things. But I love how you said that.
Easy pattern to get into.
Yep,
for sure. Because it's just easy. It's easy to look for, you watch the news for 5 seconds and you're going to see negative things. I don't ever watch Channel 7 or Channel 9 or news. It'd be years.
Yeah.
It'd be so long. And that's not like I'm anti-news. It's just rubbish. Why would I even watch that?
Yeah. I'm the same too, but then I get out of the loop. People just sort of say, there's this new thing called COVID. Have you heard of it? And I said, no. They said,
Did you get
you're an idiot.
did you get the vaccine? You probably had to.
Had to,
as your
yeah.
Teacher. Yeah,
Had to,
that's
yeah.
fair enough.
I was sitting on the fence though, but yeah, had to keep my job. And
I never got it. I
the
got
kids.
pure blood.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it'll be worth something one
You
day.
won't be tracked.
Nope.
Be careful what we say here. Okay, so carpentry, and then what happened? So you did your trade. You finished that.
Yeah, so I did, my first couple of years I did with that first guy. So first year I did with that guy, and then I think I bounced around a little bit for like 6 or so months, and then I found DevCon, which is Chris. He took me on. So I was with an apprenticeship company called East Coast Apprenticeship. So they can it's like a labour hire, but for apprenticeships.
Yeah.
They were like, hi, you're at. And Chris eventually took me on privately. Like he just went, that's it. Like because I think they charge you out.
Yeah.
So yeah, he just took me on personally and took me to the end of my apprenticeship. Basically, I finished my apprenticeship in COVID, so I didn't work my last year.
Yeah,
So when I came out of my apprenticeship, I was like so green. I'd only really done like 3 years of apprenticeship.
Yeah.
And like was just really
You're building crap online, pretending crap.
Yeah. You're just like when I went back to work, I had pretty much had a year off, like thereabouts, a whole of COVID.
Yeah.
I was getting paid, and I was just like, I was getting paid the job keeper thing.
Yeah.
So I still had technically had a job, but they would pay your boss.
Yeah.
They'd give you like $800 a week or something like that, which is barely enough. But I think I was renting out. I was lived out at home. I was renting at that point. And yeah, you just had no money every week.
Nah. Not that you go and spend it. Yeah.
Yeah, you just had no money. I think the rent was really cheap. It was only $360 a week.
Yeah.
In Redcliffe.
The days.
Yeah. I'd happily live by myself now if I could get that house again for $360 a week.
Yeah, yeah.
Jeez, it'd be like $600 a week now. You'd think.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you finished your apprenticeship in COVID, then what?
Yeah, so I finished my apprenticeship in COVID. I got pushed through it because I wasn't up to scratch, basically, is what I was saying with that. I wasn't up to scratch. I've found a job after I finished my apprenticeship with this guy, Rhino Finn.
Okay.
Can't remember his name. I basically was just like super honest with where I was at. Like I was just like, I'm not confident. I probably lack like a lot of the skills and stuff that I need and tools. I had a decent toolkit.
Yeah.
That was probably an advantage. I had that. But yeah, I was just very just not confident and not in a very good space. I had that girlfriend. I had a bad girlfriend. Like she was pretty toxic. It was a pretty toxic relationship. So you just have all these things, and I was drinking and partying quite a bit and using MDMA quite a bit. So you're just already in that slump. There's not much looking up from there.
Yeah.
And then he took me on, and I was still sort of like that for quite a bit. I think he got rid of me, really. Yeah, he got rid of me. He just said, "Oh, we don't really have much work on," and that was it. But that was basically you're gone.
Yeah, that was a fire. It was because of the stuff he knew you were going through?
No, he was kind of more, he was like that. So first day, this is cool. It's not really. First day I ever worked with him, I got pulled over. I got drug tested. I tested positive.
Oh, wow.
For pot.
Yeah.
On the first, I went to his house, met him, and then he's like, all right, I'll meet you at this job. And then I've been pulled over.
Oh, no.
And then it came back negative at the station. So they do too. They do a roadside one. So it was all sweet. I walked out of there, had to go back and get my car. The reason they pulled me over was because my license was out of date.
Okay, right.
So I was just not paying things, not having enough money to really pay that. You just ignore things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had that. And then he still kept me for a while. So he was a bit like that. He was pretty inviting and stuff like that. He was a good guy. I think if I respected him more and if I was better, we probably would still, I'd still have something to do with him today.
Okay.
But yeah, did that for a bit. And then where did I go from there? I think I bounced around a little bit, and then I went to this Hook Modular Homes place in Brendale. That was just working on little homes.
Yeah.
That was just a very base wage. It was about $28 or $30 an hour.
Yeah.
As a trade carpenter with a trailer and tools and stuff.
Yeah.
Very low.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that was just a base wage job where I was just kind of going to work, just going through the motions of going to work every day, the different jobs. You got your boss, you got this manager guy riding you and stuff. You're not happy. I wasn't. I mean, for me personally, people can be like that and live that type of job and stuff and still be happy. And
Yeah.
for them. But for me personally, it just wasn't enough. And then I went from there, I stopped doing residential carpentry and I went to like commercial concreting where I was just doing like all the formwork stuff, which is all the timbers around the outside. And I was in like a full on concrete crew, like all the characters. Like I was already kind of like that. So like you get along with that type of person and you're already like that. But like I was also like not fully like that. So I didn't fully like immerse so much. I wasn't so I wouldn't say popular. I still got along with everyone, but you don't get fully accepted as one of them when you're not so much like that. But like it was still like all the boys were great. It was pretty. I'd say it was a pretty decent experience. Michael got me that job.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's because I was at his house just going like, I hate my job, I hate my boss.
Yeah.
I lost my license.
Yeah.
For I think it was points and stuff. I've lost it quite a few times over the years, but 3 or 4 times. But I lost my license and I didn't tell the carpentry company that I lost my license. I was just like, I'm not very happy here anymore. I'm going to leave. In reality, I just lost my license and Michael was going to drive me to work every day. Yeah. So it worked out really good. And I got put on better money and stuff. I started to get a taste for a bit more money and a bit more freedom. Yeah. And that's that job, Michael, like as well, like props to him. Like he gave me that little push into that little bit more money, a little bit more confidence and stuff. And you really start to like go, all right, yeah, I can do a bit more with this. And then I think I moved on from there and went to a different commercial concrete style company where I was just doing all the timber work again. But it was proper like commercial company. It was good pay and I was doing like night shifts and stuff and just like really starting to like get a feel for it and get it like dip your toes in the water is what I'm like how I describe it. It's like hey, you start to go, all right, this is pretty good. I can start to do things and start to travel and I can start to do things. Like I'm not struggling anymore so much. And that with that comes a lot of the confidence and stuff. And with starting around that period where I started that job, I started getting really into gym. Yeah. Like at Peninsula Fitness. Yeah. And just learning all the stuff that you would have taught me back in that Cert 3 class. Yeah. For sure. Like that still is ingrained in your brain. Yeah. Which is like, super important. That just like health and fitness stuff has pulled me out of the dumps so many times. Yeah, wow. For sure, which is like super, grateful for it. Because if I didn't learn all that stuff when I was younger, you wouldn't know it and you wouldn't know to apply that. Because you wouldn't know that if you do the workout, or you go for the ride or go for the run or whatever, you get that euphoria afterwards and you feel good. If you didn't know that, then you'll never be able to transfer, your sadness into. Yeah.
But you still had the dedication to do that. A lot of people will know that, but because they don't feel like moving, they won't move. And so they'll be struggling.
You got to push yourself really. Like if I'm still having bad days now, like I'll just get on my bike and go for a ride. I'll go to like Newport waterfront and just do the lap of Redcliffe. Yeah, the waterfront and then skip back across to my house. It's like I'm super grateful for where I live because I'm so close to the beach and like I can just go there. And that like, you ride, you do that ride and you see all the nice houses and it gives you like so much motivation and stuff really because like I don't, I want to be in those houses.
The dream building.
Yeah.
So cool.
For sure because it's just all like what you're taking in. Yeah. Which is important.
That's good. Yeah. And then what happened? So you got to taste a bit more money.
Where was I? Yeah, and then so I was doing that like night shift job, and then this is like coming up to like last year sort of area. Yeah. Then just as you're building as a man essentially, your money's getting up and your fitness is getting up, and you're getting bigger. I was started to play touch TRL around that point as well. Yeah. Just like, and my social life was like really gaining quite a bit of traction. I just had a lot more good like people around me and stuff, and met more genuine people, not necessarily met, but just got closer to different people that I think are better for your life, were better for my life. Yeah. That's just why, and all those things combined is what like sort of is where you start to step up and like get more confidence.
Yeah, great.
In yourself, in your life. And with that comes a better lifestyle and life and you enjoy yourself more.
And so now you've got the tools and you've got the confidence and now you jumped out by yourself.
Yeah, that was literally because I couldn't really. That was good. I got that night shift job I was talking to you about. I got sacked from that. I came back from Thailand, so like that was good, but I was still in that mindset of like I hate this job, and I hate this guy that's telling me what to do every day. Yeah, not personally hate him, but
it's frustrating.
I was just not like I felt like I was caged. You're not doing what you could be doing. You know, I've seen my friends, you know, I have another friend, Tommy, who started his painting business, and we're just watching him do that in front of me, and I'm going, you're doing that. I want to be doing that.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. That was like, it was pretty easy. I'd say I'm like fairly easily like inspired, I guess, like that.
But you know what you want. That's the difference. And you're not willing to take, like most people are, 30 to 50 years of hard labour of working for someone else, because it's not who your true value. That's not you.
No, I just don't see, like, I don't want to live my whole life being told by another man what to do.
Mm.
That's the biggest thing, that you just want to be in charge of what I'm doing.
So what are you doing now? Give yourself a plug. What are you doing?
Dual property maintenance.
Nice.
Any renovations and stuff. Property maintenance being like, you know, you've got weathered decking and handrails and stuff. You know, I want to come in and replace all that and make it all fresh. And that for me is like the cream.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean by that. That's the nice stuff. It looks good. You know, you start with an ugly, unfinished thing, you take a photo and then you do the job, and then at the end it looks beautiful and fresh, and it's just like, and everyone's fills you up with so much compliments and stuff. Right. Like everyone's so nice, which is just so good. Like it fills you up. That's just more confidence building.
Love it.
Just, like the last person I had, Corinne, she was really nice, and she was just so inviting, like inviting into your house. She's like, come over whenever you want, come and have a drink with us and stuff. And like, and like, you know, people are super skeptical of you at the start because you're a tradie, especially I think if you come in just as a young man in general, like people are skeptical of you. But like once they like, you know you. Yeah. I've had no one that was like sour at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job.
Yeah, I try and do that because I am trying to build a business, you know, so, and that is all on like it's you.
It's right.
So if you uphold your values, you turn up on time, that doesn't mean turning up, you know, at 8 o'clock on the dot. Like I don't think I've ever like said, I'll be there at 7 and been there at like 6:58.
Yeah.
It's like 7:15 or whatever. But that's the little things that people don't care so much about. But it's like if you say you're going to be there on Monday and you don't rock up till the next Monday.
Yeah.
Or, you just basically, if you just say things and don't do it, or if you're just not upfront about the whole job. Like I've had issues where I've like messed something up, but if you're just honest about it and you just talk about it.
Yeah.
And just, you basically makes you a real person.
Yeah, cool.
They can relate to that.
So life's good.
It is now.
So let's explore it a bit. When wasn't it good?
I'd say around like 2018 to like 2021. 2022. Yeah. Mostly that pretty toxic relationship I was in. She had like a lot of issues. She had BPD, if you know what that is.
Yeah.
Basically all the girl issues that they have, and they have anxiety and depression, and, you know, she didn't eat any food. She ate, you'll be blown away by this one. She ate potato chips and like pizza shapes.
Yeah.
And Vegemite toast. Chocolate.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. That was brekkie. Like she'd have a bar of chocolate for breakfast.
Yeah,
stuff like that. Incredible. But yeah, she had like probably not one nice chemical in her brain. She's not a bad human being. Yeah. I'm not trying to say she is. Like she did heaps of horrible things, and like, but like I don't hold her against her anymore. And that took like years of. I was seeing a psychologist quite a bit after that relationship and stuff. So it took me a long time to go. She's not a terrible person. She just had a lot of issues. You know, she had all these things like with her. Like her uncles were like pedophile. Not all, sorry.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
And like, she just had a lot of issues, and she had all the issues, basically all of them.
And so that had a massive effect on you?
Yeah, well, you fully take that on. Especially with BPD, they have a favourite person.
Yeah.
That is basically the person that cops everything.
Yeah.
There's not like a second up.
Yeah.
Yeah, she might have she had friends and stuff like that. Yeah, you're like the full doormat. You cop everything. And you also, naturally, I think it happens, but you take it on.
Yeah.
Like you develop all her issues. So like you've got that snappy, like on off.
Yeah.
You know, she was like bipolar, like she'd be manic, super happy, super good, go down, a couple of days later or something, and it'll be like super bad, like worse. Like she'll be like fully breaking up with you. You're the worst person ever. You're the most horrible person. And then, you'd fully take that. I wasn't smart enough back then to not fully take it on.
Yeah.
But like towards the end, you just like, you basically like become numb to it.
Yeah.
Which is, I could never imagine someone speaking to me now the way that like she used to talk to me just in general, like on the daily basis. Like no one ever in my life speaks to me like that now. That's something you have to like, I've made that way.
Yeah.
Because like, yeah, if you just surround yourself with people like that treat you terribly, then it's going to happen.
So what was the major impact on you then? It really developed, it was in conflict with who you were as a person and also damaged your confidence? Is that what would you say
Yeah,
happened?
she just fully like stripped me of my confidence. I had nothing.
Yeah.
I was a bare shell of who I was beforehand. Like before her, just like sort of hang out with my friends, drink, you know, fairly normal, do just normal young guy, like 18-year-old guy stuff. And then I would really just, that's when I started, like when I was with her was when I started to like drink more and do more like party drugs, smoke pot like regularly, stuff like that, because I was trying to escape that relationship essentially. But you don't realize that at the time. Yeah. But like that is your escape. Yeah. Essentially, and you don't realize it. But I was before her, and it's not her fault. You know, you grow like that yourself. Like you've got your own choices to make. Yeah. But yeah, that's the sort of person I was turned into. Afterwards, you turn into more of a dog. You just gotta have more like, you know. Yeah. A bit more anger. No, I don't want to say anger because I'm not angry. But like
more
just
tenacity.
More like, just
more resilience, do you reckon?
Yeah, just more like take less shit.
Okay.
I think that'd be it.
Yeah.
Just make sure that you're treated better.
So how dark were those places for you?
Like
how far?
The worst. Yeah, I've never been close to suicide. I've never even really considered it. Yeah. To be honest. Because I just know there's always going to be like another good day because I've had so many good times in my life, i.e. the trip. Yeah. You know, all the times you're playing footy and stuff like that. So you've got all these good times to sort of like keep you going in a way, but you know that there's better times to come in the future. So you're not so this is it, you know. Yeah. But yeah, just terrible. Like you're just so stripped of your person. Yeah, well, who you are. Just got nothing. And got just nothing. I had no hobbies and stuff. I had no like proper like true friends at that point. I've always had my friend Josh. I think he's been like, he was just like the rock the whole time. Like if I was having issues and stuff, I could call him first thing in the morning and just be like, I'm coming over. Like I need to get out of here. Yeah. And like he'd still be like in his jocks, like barely open his eyes, but he's like,
he's there for you.
Yeah.
How good's that? Like you get a good friend like that, yes.
Yeah. And I'm still like, we're still that close today.
So what helped you? What helped you bounce back? Like you said, you saw a psychologist.
Changing your that changes your. He was a really good guy. He was in Scarborough. Yeah. I tried 2 different people before that. They were women though. I just didn't really connect. Yep. As well, but he was a good guy. He was like an ex-tradie. He had his own business. He had the girlfriends and stuff like that. It was pretty like relatable. Yeah. Which helped heaps. And I didn't have so much. I don't know if there's a rating scale on how much issues you've got. Yeah. Like I could have went without it, but I'm so glad that I did it because it just changed my view and like the way that I handled people situations because he just taught me how to like handle people really and like handle my dad and how to handle our post-girlfriend toxic relationship kind of things and how to deal with your next type of relationship and stuff like that. I haven't even really had anything serious since then, so like I haven't really had to.
So was that the point that actually got you back on track?
Yeah, that just health and fitness, like I said before, which is like super important. It's like one of the main reasons why I've been able to like improve my life. Yeah. Yeah, just that and improving the people around you. Yeah. Sure.
That's huge. And I know we had a little chat offline before having dinner together, but we talked about the business, the GW Unspoken's part of is innate code. And we talked about the 8 things that we believe gives you full mental health, physical health, spiritual health, emotional health. And we talk about nutrition, you talk about that, movement, you talk about that, mindfulness, you said you drive on the Esplanade and dream about, how's it going to be in, all that kind of stuff. We haven't talked about lack of technology. You talked about being part of a really good community and the connections you have. That's another one. The other things we talk about is sleep, being grateful and having some kind of purpose. And you talked about gratefulness and you've talked about your purpose. So nearly all those things that we haven't even planned of what we're going to talk about tonight. Like I've got a few notes in front of me, but they've all led to, 6 out of those 8 anyway.
Yeah. Well,
And-
that's unintentional. Like, I've never even heard of that before you said it to me, but it's the proof's there that you do all those things right, that your life will improve.
Yeah, and I love the way you say movement because, I've done a lot of research lately, especially with like Tony Robbins. I love seeing some of his YouTube clips and reading his stuff, but he always talks about you have to have movement to get good emotion. You can't just wait till you feel like going for a ride. Can't wait to go feel like you're going to the gym. And he said once you physically do it though, you talk about the before the endorphins, the emotion becomes better. You got to get that chance of just gritting your teeth and going, right, that's it, I'm going to move.
Yeah. It's something you really got to push yourself into. And then once you start feeling those feelings at the end of your workout and you're like, you feel like a rocket ship.
Yeah.
You can do anything. But
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's like insane.
That's so cool.
The difference between, I could be feeling pretty down, pretty anxious and stuff beforehand. And then, it's just free because you're just out there, you're breathing fresh air, fresh sea air and looking at the blue sky and the water and
getting out
nice
environment.
houses. And
so good.
It is like you live here as well. Like it's that good.
It's nice, isn't it? All right. You talked about your journey, and I really appreciate you being open about what you've talked about so far. And no doubt people, listeners, are going to relate to that for sure. I've learned a lot about you already, which I'm grateful for. Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
How would you describe being a man these days? What's masculinity? Like I've asked this question to a few guys lately, and they just go, "What the hell?" Like they often give me these non-verbals.
Is it?
Yeah. What's it? Talk about toxic masculinity or masculinity. What's it to be a man? Like you're a 26-year-old man now.
I think it's just running your own life, like being in charge of your own thing, not letting anyone else be in charge of what you're doing or what you want to do. Like you do what you want to do. I do what I want to do, and I speak to who I want to speak to, and like I don't get told to do anything. It's not like this. You're the boss, like you're the man kind of thing. It's like just important for me. Like I can't. Yeah, that's just the way that I would want to live my life.
Has it changed? Has it changed? Like you talk across from me now, and you're very emotionally intelligent. You talk about your emotions, and you're confident to talk about that now. And I know you've gone through a bit. Like, there's no way my dad would talk about emotions like this.
Yeah, if we spoke, say, 2-3 years ago, I wouldn't be having this conversation the way we are.
Yeah,
but you just learn things, and like that gets, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's okay to be emotional as a bloke.
Yes, yeah, for sure, because everyone is. Yeah. So you can't possibly think like you're the only person feeling like that, because every single person, everyone goes to the toilet.
So what do you think it is? Just people don't show their emotion. A lot of guys don't show.
Yeah, well, there's that man, there's that thing about being a man, you got to like hold it in and stuff. Well, you do to a degree. You can't show all of your emotion.
Oh, explain that.
Well, you can't, because then people can use that against you and they take advantage of you and stuff. So if you show too much emotion, but I think if you show it in the right places and show vulnerability, but also show like strength and that you can get over whatever it is.
I like that.
Especially with women and stuff. Like you can't be the word for our generation, simp. Sorry for using our generation.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Yeah. Just slip that and start laughing at me. This is great.
The word simp, like you can't be like that, because then the girl just uses it against you. Like she'll just use she knows that she's got you. So like she just sort of play with it. Not every girl, they're not all like that, but girls that have been played play like that. So yes.
Yeah, okay.
But not all of them. Just to reiterate.
Okay. What's been the biggest challenge in your life so far?
Drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
See, easily. If I didn't do it when I was younger, and if I didn't get into it, I describe it as like an itch. Like if you don't scratch the itch, it won't be itchy.
Yeah, okay. So
but once you do, then it's itchy for life. Like you always have that thing, and it depends on like the sort of person you are. If you're a little bit, you're not so strong, then you can easily get caught up. That stuff.
Yeah.
Even alcohol. Like alcohol is probably the worst. I think, like in my opinion, it's probably the worst because it's so so normalized.
Yeah.
For sure. It's because and everyone drinks.
Yeah. Well,
but it's not good for you.
Okay.
At all.
How do you protect your mental health now?
Just exercising. I don't even really like go to the gym so much anymore, but like just being outdoors and doing, I work, obviously that's physical activity.
Yeah.
Just like doing things for you.
Yeah.
Is like super important, and just giving yourself like a little bit of time, giving yourself leeway, not being so hard on yourself, not having super high expectations. Like I'm 26.
Yeah.
I live at home. I don't own a house. And I don't have like a brand new car or anything. But like that's all the expectations that everyone has for you.
Yeah.
I don't have a girlfriend or like things like that. But yeah, you just focus on yourself. That's like probably the biggest thing that you can do to help yourself is just focusing on like what you want and like what's going to better you.
Yeah.
It's all about you. Like you have to be selfish to help yourself.
So what's your plan then in 5 years? Like you said, you don't have all those things and feel sometimes society wants us to have those things or have your life
5
sorted.
years, I'd be 30.
Yeah, that's
Even
old.
if I-
Holy hell. Jeez. I'll be 41. Plus some.
Oh, no.
Okay, so you're going to be 30, 31.
So I'd be 30,
What's
31.
Reece's life look like ideally?
Look, ideally, we're sitting in one of those houses on the waterfront like I was thinking about. Got a few guys working for me and stuff. If it's this business, if it's something else, whatever it may be. That is like, it's not all money based, but I just want to live like a free style of life. Say if I've got kids, I want to be able to take them to school in the morning and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I want
to dictate the day.
to live, dictate. That's a good one. I've never even heard that before.
You can use that one.
I will.
It'll cost you. I'll be a caddy.
For my plus 32.
I don't want to hear about that. So yeah, but you want to own. You basically want to own your life.
Yeah, well, I think everyone wants to, but
I don't know.
not everyone can.
Yeah, I disagree with that. I don't know. We have to agree to disagree. I think a lot of people are
You'd imagine that
happy
everyone would
and
want to.
safe. They like the safety of a 9-to-5 job, or they know where they sit. Like I don't know. A lot of people go, "Yeah, I want to own my life, but not at a price of where it's up to me then to make the income."
I don't think I've ever even had that. I've never had. When I was an apprentice, I think I was full time. You got annual leave and stuff. I've literally never had that. I've never even had job security.
Yeah.
Job security is like a myth.
What do you think? This is good.
It is like they can still sack. Oh, your kind of job's different. Like you work for the government. Oh no, it'd be private. Yeah, I think not everyone's like that, but I think trade industry is pretty like vague. A lot of the people I know are just on casual based employment. You can just lose your job in a day.
Yeah.
So like I've never even had that, so I don't know what it's like not to have that. I always know, figure my way out of this situation I'm in. But I'm ahead at the moment, I think.
Yeah.
Like for someone who's just started up and I've just bought like a car and stuff.
Yeah.
I think I'm not behind. I'm not like worried so much. I think I handle it like not knowing the future.
Okay.
I handle that pretty well because I've never had like security.
Yeah. What's a different mindset? Like even you're saying, I think you said before, you lost your license a few times or got behind in bills, but they weren't important. I need to get the other stuff done. Like for me, I'd be like, what the hell? Like I pay my bills on time. I have to, and that's a safety.
I do pay for that now. Like as I get older, I pay for that.
Yeah, but I'm not saying what's good or what's bad. Like obviously paying bills is probably a good thing overall, but I'm just saying I would be stressing out if I got a bill late. I'm like, no, that is doing my head in.
As well, like smoking pot, drinking drugs and alcohol and stuff, because you don't care about the things that are actually important, which I do wish I did care about.
Yeah.
I didn't.
But those times have changed a lot, right?
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, if I wasn't focused on having a mad time on the weekend and I was more like just, all right, so I don't have a license, but I can get a job at Coles down the road, just do like night shift weekends or something like that and just like pump the money up until I get my license back and then I can do this and do that. I didn't have that gaining mindset. You just have this focus on getting blind and like just drinking and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mindset definitely has shifted, but the mindset's shifted because I got sick of not doing anything and not having anything.
Yeah.
And just being a bit of a bum.
It also sounds like you surround yourself with people who
Yeah, well,
lifted you up.
I think when I first, like a couple of years ago, I was really like, you shouldn't like rank. I'm not ranking everyone, but like, I was definitely on like the lower end of like all these kind of guys that they made money and, I was just like barely getting by, like fully barely. So like you used to get sick of doing that. You don't want to be, that one. You don't want to be missing out on like trips and stuff that are coming up and this and that. So like you got to make some moves. And
well, you had the goals, yeah. You got goals. So you got goals. You got something to inspire to.
Yeah, I think I lacked, like we were saying before, like purpose. I had no purpose. When you go into a job every day and stuff, for me personally, it was just not much purpose in it.
Yeah.
I think it's called ikigai or something. That's a Japanese thing.
Yeah.
It's like it's basically like doing everything in your life. I wish I could pull it up.
That's all right.
But it's got the thing. It's basically just like finding your purpose.
Yeah.
Doing something that makes you feel good, has a purpose, has means something to you and stuff like.
Yeah.
That's super important. It was like it was like 6 or 7 things. It was like one of those charts where it circles.
Yeah.
And then in the middle, I don't know what they're called.
That's cool.
Do you know what they're called?
No, you have to send that to me. That sounds good.
Yeah, well, it's easy to find. I'll be able to send it to you. I'll show you.
We'll put it on one of the shows and I'll reference your reference towards
I
it.
reckon if you researched it and did like a podcast on it, you'd be able to get good chat out of it because it's a theory.
Yeah.
It's like it's Japanese like old theory about the purpose of life and like what you're doing.
Yeah.
Why you're doing.
That's so cool. What do you use at school?
Good, for sure.
Well, we see a lot of kids, I think, these days, and even adults, like talk about jobs and not enjoying the jobs you're in. A lot of jobs you started with, and the stats are now 70 to 80% of people in jobs they don't like. So, but
that's the majority of people. Like, how can the majority? Not everyone can work for themselves.
Yeah.
Or else the whole world would just be full of miniature companies.
That's right.
I think if a majority of people work for themselves, it might not be so bad. It'd be, you're sort of more dealing person to person instead of person to business. Like if you're doing, house renovation or whatever, you're dealing with like a person every time instead of, say, if you engage a big business like what you did, say with the house, there would be more personal builders than big companies.
Yeah.
But it's all in the person. Like if you don't have the confidence and stuff to go for it.
Yeah.
Because I literally don't know, I have bills that are unpaid. And I have work that I haven't even invoiced yet. But like, I don't know what I'm going to be doing in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Or you don't even, But it just comes. Like this morning, I didn't have anything on for the rest of the week. And then I got that phone call off the builder and he's told me about the Archfield. So then I started this morning going, like, I don't know what I'm doing for the rest of the week. I don't know if I'm going to be able to earn any money this week.
Yeah.
I already have. I worked Monday and stuff. So I was like, it's all right. Like, it's not a stress because my overheads are super low because I live with my parents.
Yeah.
I don't have any loans on anything.
Yeah.
I'd like not even my phone, anything really. I
Yeah.
don't have anything. So my overheads are super low. I just have to pay for me, my food.
Yeah.
My food's a huge bill. Sometimes a fair bit of Uber Eats. I didn't want to tell you that one. I wouldn't even want to show you my Uber Eats account.
Oh, I'm interested now. That's good.
You'd be disgusted. I'm supporting the local businesses, that's all I'll say. And the local drivers.
Reece is creating jobs out there for everybody
I
on the
am.
peninsula. Well done. Sponsored by Uber Eats.
Pretty much. I can get the potty sponsors.
Yeah, perfect. There we go.
But where I was going with that. Where were we going with that?
You were talking about how you're talking about like basically we're talking about purpose in our work and why a lot of people aren't entrepreneurs and
yeah, because what you said before, like you'd be so stressed out about where your money's coming in, if you've got money to pay the bills, all that sort of stuff. I should be worried so much about that, but I'm not. And I'm kind of glad that I'm not because I still pay all my stuff, but like I'm just focused on like trying to grow.
Yeah, that's good.
Take on work and do the right work. I still give up certain stuff because I'm like, I don't want to take on things that are wrong or like things that I don't know exactly.
That's
what I'm
credible.
doing.
Yeah, that's good.
But it's been a pretty good journey. Like it's shown me like a lot about myself.
Yeah.
For sure, because you go through. I've had heaps of stressful times. I've had times where I've had literally zero money. I literally started. This is kind of a good one. I didn't realize what I did at the time, but like I only had like, I think I had 6,000 in my account when I was like first starting.
Yeah,
and then I took on this job for this lady, and she wanted her 2 windows replaced, and I replaced them with like alloy windows like this style.
Yeah.
They were like 5. The total, it was like 4 or 5 grand for the whole. Maybe it was like 3. I basically left myself with like $1,000.
Yeah,
and the job wasn't even for like I couldn't get the windows for like 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh,
so I spent all my money buying these windows for stage. She paid me a deposit and stuff.
Yeah.
I basically spent all my money at the start, like went almost all in, and just on a set of windows.
Yeah,
but like I got the job and I got the money and I got the profit and stuff and like. But I didn't even realize that could have been just it.
It could have been over.
It could have been it if I never got any more work. But I was just like, I didn't care. I was just like, even if I lost that,
you'll go
you
again.
can still,
Because you went through resiliency. You
Yeah.
went through the mud early on.
Yeah,
You've gone
like-
through that stuff.
When I was when I was renting the house and stuff, I was saying, you only get $750. You got no money.
No.
So you're in the mud that whole time. It's just, you do learn how to just get through and just
Get through.
make it happen. I'm glad I learned all that for sure.
Yeah, it's legend, mate. You've gone through a lot and no doubt bigger and better things. When you're talking to me then, I got a bit sidetracked, mate. My mind just thought, man, if you lost all your money back then, then Uber Eats would have struggled to get
The foreign community of Redcliffe would just be no job. They'd all be sitting out the front of
Where's our regular gone?
Where's this guy going?
Where's Reece, our regular gone?
I have a bunch of places where I go. I go this there's this Italian place in D Bay called Al Mafi or something like that.
Yeah.
Crazy carbonara. It's like the
Good.
best, and it's like a big tub too. It's pretty good.
Oh,
And I go to the Indian place next to IGA in Redcliffe.
yeah.
This is like
You do like your food, don't you?
yeah, I do.
You don't like
you
red
made me
capsicum,
good.
though, do you?
No, I still ate it.
I noticed that.
That's like that's a first, so you should.
I'm proud. you
should
take on for the team.
I really did.
Well, if you start spewing your guts up later, I apologise. Hey, mate, is there anything I've missed before we get into some fun stuff? Is there anything I've missed about your journey? Anything you want to talk about?
I think we've gone over quite a bit. All the hard stuff, all the fun stuff.
Yeah, it was a
of fun
journey.
stuff.
I'm glad you've come on the podcast because I know
It
you.
was definitely something I was
Yeah.
pretty nervous about for sure. I was a bit, I kept forgetting about. I was keen at the start. I was like, it could be good just to say some things. Like I've obviously never done this, so
Yeah,
I was keen to try new things.
natural.
But yeah,
It's good. I'm glad you reached out. All right, you ready for some fun stuff?
go for it.
Okay, here we go. Stop looking at the notes, mate. Here we go. We'll start with your beloved food. Favorite chocolate?
Mars pods.
Ooh, favorite food? You just mentioned a couple then. What's your favorite food right now?
I love Indian. I love butter chicken and cheesy garlic naan bread together for some reason. That's just like the best combo. I've had like super high end steaks.
Yeah,
That's untouched. That's like next level stuff, like melt in your mouth.
yeah.
Super nice. Love sushi as well. So I'm going to Japan just to eat sushi.
Nice. See, that was supposed to be a really short answer, but that sort of went forever. We're nearly out of time now. No, I'm joking. Do you have a favourite lolly?
Starburst, but they discontinued them. Allen's strawberry creams.
Oh, dear. Well, yeah. I like fruit tingles.
Yeah, the little circular one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some different. Favourite music? Or music style? Favourite song? What's the favourite?
Oh, lately, I've been listening to Foo Fighters.
Oh,
for some
yeah,
reason.
nice. Blast of the Past. That's my era.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's good. Some stuff comes from there.
Last couple of weeks, I've just been listening to like a lot of like Foo Fighters and Foo Fighters style kind of music. I don't know. I'm not sure why.
Nice.
Other than that, it'd be like a lot of rap and a lot of stuff that I can sort of relate to.
Okay.
And that
Like the
style.
words? Like the.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
That sort of stuff. But yeah.
All right. Favourite drink?
Oh, Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much. I'd say that would be the one that I drink. Oh no, strawberry breaker. That would actually be my favorite drink.
Really?
I think Coke I just use for the caffeine because I don't drink
Yeah.
coffee. But strawberry breaker.
Breaker.
Like specifically strawberry breaker. The other ones are not that great, but strawberry breaker itself, and you
Wow.
can get the 1.25 bottles
Yeah.
and have it at home. It's great.
You're all over that. That's my daughter will love you with that. Favorite movie? All time.
Star Wars. I love Star Wars.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
You talked about Harry Potter earlier. That made me cringe a bit.
you don't like Harry Potter?
Hey, what superhero wears glasses and hops on a broom, mate? That just doesn't
He's
make
a
sense.
weapon.
He's like Batman
I'd
in a
like to see
suit
you.
and
I'd like to see you against Voldemort.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, well there you go.
So Star Wars?
Yeah, I'd say Star Wars.
I got told there's
It's
like
like
9
my-
episodes now. I thought there was like 3.
There is, but only six are good. The other three are
Okay. Someone told me they all die. All the good ones die. Like Luke Skywalker's gone. Is
Yeah.
Chewbacca alive?
Nah, he's dead.
I mean, they all die.
I think they're all dead.
Han Solo, he'd be like 110. Yeah, he'd be
Nah,
gone.
he's dead. He got
Princess
killed by his
Leia,
own
gone?
son. Princess Leia is what I named my cat.
Well, you do like Star Wars, don't you?
Yeah, I did.
It's getting a bit random now. Do you have a favourite TV show?
There's this one that was called I can't remember it. Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
If you ever watched it, it's just like this family. They're just like I don't know. They just do crime basically. It's just I don't know. It's got a story and stuff to it as well.
Wow.
It's pretty We
We have random here. We don't watch TV at all.
Yeah.
Unless it's like we watch Friday Night Footy or Footy. then we watch a good movie every
honestly
now and
would
then.
probably say footy would be the most TV that I watch.
Yeah, same. But then we got into Ted Lasso for a while.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's funny. Funny as soccer TV show.
Yeah, right.
Not even a soccer fan, but it was good.
Drama. I've been watching a little bit more because my friend Tommy's he loves Liverpool, like loves it.
Okay.
You know how passionate all the fans are.
Yeah.
Like he's like, you go into his house, he's got all these like,
Yeah,
he's just been buying crazy because that Jurgen Klopp's leaving.
Oh, okay.
If you've seen any of that, he's like been their manager for
Wow.
years, and he's leaving, so he's like bought just all this stuff, all this expensive memorabilia stuff. Like he's like on the auctions, like wanting all this stuff. He's probably spent a couple of grand already.
Might be worth a fortune down the track.
Yeah, I'd say so. He's probably why he's doing it.
Okay. What's your biggest fear?
Jeez. I'd say being like held captive. I think that would drive me insane. Like a small room. Like I'd say held against your will, like captive. Like
you like your freedom, don't you?
yeah,
It's a common theme going here. Yeah.
I don't know what that would stem from. Don't know.
Favorite sport?
NRL.
What is the worst character trait in a person?
Lying.
What is the best character trait in a person?
Honesty.
Look at this. This is good.
I've just been around too many dishonest people, so it makes you like just hate
You
that.
knew that was
And when
fast
you know,
answer.
when you know like someone's lying, I just like I can't even be around a person like that. It's just
Yeah. There you go. You know. There you go. All right. Word association. The first thing that comes in your mind when I say these words: camping,
Weber.
animals,
Cat.
work,
Stress.
friends,
I don't know. That's a hard one.
yeah, we'll come
First
back.
word? Yeah. I don't know.
Soccer,
Football.
girls,
Painful.
beep, cars,
Fast.
seafood.
Not overly huge on it.
Okay,
That's 3-4 words.
eggplant,
Gross.
beers.
Not massive on beers.
No, you go back to friends.
Sorry.
Go back to friends.
Go back to friends. My brothers. That's just
Okay.
yeah, like
Brotherhood.
proper. Yeah,
Love
I'd say that would be it. Because I don't have like all the friends I have. I try and have like a good relationship with and stuff. I try and like
The inner circle's tight.
I try. Like it's hard. Like you can't see everyone all the time. You can't even like get back to everyone straight away.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like I've got all these friends and stuff. But like say someone like I was saying before, hey, you have people that you don't speak to all that often. They hit you up.
Yeah.
And you may miss it. Or you may reply and then miss their message back or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's important. Just
Okay.
the strong relationships.
I like that. All right, and here comes the 5 most serious questions to finish off. Ready?
All right.
Reece is down to his last $20. What's he buying?
Fuel.
Okay.
Get you
I
around.
thought Story Milk wanted to go crack there, right, Phil? Reece has now acquired $2 million. What's he doing with the money?
Seeing the world.
Okay. Traveling?
Yeah.
All right.
No, I'd probably buy property, but see the world.
Okay.
Because you can always make more money, but you can always
like
have
it.
$2 million.
Nice. All right. Do you have a favourite joke or quote? You said one before. You said a
No
quote
rain,
before.
no flowers.
Yeah, I love that.
That's it. Because it's all your hard times. You don't get good times out of hard times.
That's good. All right. You got your last meal. You're on death row. What are you having?
Butter chicken, garlic naan. Cheesy garlic naan.
It's funny because the food ones you know straight away. It's like, you give me restaurants, you
all
give
my
me
friends as well. Like
you're
they
sponsoring
know,
Uber
I
Eats,
eat.
like all over shop.
I eat. All my friends know I eat.
Yeah,
Every time
right.
we go camping, like we went camping, I brought so much food.
Mate, you should have more food today. There's only a little bit there. You have to take a dog with you back home.
I could.
All right, ready? This is the last question.
All right.
Left the best to last. Reece is stuck on a desert island.
Yep.
He's only allowed to take 3 people.
3 people.
Who are they and why? They can be anyone in the world.
Anyone in the world.
Yep. 3
Bear
people.
Grylls?
Yeah, why?
He'd be pretty handy.
Can keep you alive for food on the island.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably my mate Josh.
Yeah.
So we just have a bit of a laugh.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Just make funny out of nothing. Third person, I'm going to go with Gary Woodford.
Oh, yes. I know what he's going to do on the island. He'll probably cry the whole time, make you feel confident.
Yeah. We'll just be like, all right, would be one more person going, all right. Was like,
Yeah, that's good. I had one person say, oh, look, I can only take 2. And I'm like, why would you only take 2? There's more chance of survival, more food for us.
that's a good one as
well
well.
played.
You just go out there and get some peace and quiet. Just take no one.
Yeah. Well, you don't mind living by yourself either. You said before you used to like living by yourself.
I'd love to live by myself. If you could afford to, I sure would. $1,000,000%, yes.
And lots come from it. I think a lot come from this podcast to learn about yourself too, where you've gone through, like we talk about the mud. You've gone through that. You've talked about how you want to own and design your own life. You're just doing that now. You've gone through that stuff to get to where you are. You've talked about confidence a fair bit. You've gone through how you want to be, you're a confident young man too. You want to travel the world. Even you're going to Japan soon by yourself. Like you're getting your ducks in a row, mate. And I'm so proud of you. And I don't mean to be patronising with that. Always been proud of you. And I really appreciate you being honest and open on the podcast. I'm glad that our paths have connected again.
That's been good. You were definitely important when I was younger, when I was in high school, like all those, the people that are trying to help you.
Yeah.
It's still important for sure. And, you tried to help me.
Yeah, appreciate it, mate.
You gave me just like a one-on-one relationship with someone that's a man, that's someone that is respectable and stuff. So a lot of people that don't have, so I got like my dad and stuff, but a lot of people that don't have good male role models, you would be
thanks, mate.
that for a lot of the kids.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, that's truth. Like, yeah, you've been probably like one of 3 teachers that I've like truly properly remembered and like gone, yeah, he was legit there for you.
Thanks, mate.
Miss Essen, I don't know if you remember her?
Yeah.
Carla Essen.
Yep.
Yeah, I have her on Facebook. Miss Harry as well. She was like massively like good to me. She was really good, especially when I was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was great. I seen her not that long ago on a cruise.
Yeah, there you go.
No, it was fucking years ago.
Was it?
It's like, would have been like 6-7 years ago. Yeah, it would be ages ago.
It's amazing those things, DK. Those honestly, those authentic relationships we talk about it's just the key. You don't know what like someone said to me, you never know the significant impact you make on people. And, so, and I'm not saying from me, I'm just saying generally, like you don't know even now who you've talked to in your life, even at a young age of 26, the impact you have, but you never know.
You do, well, you don't, but like you figure it out eventually for sure, because you realize that you have an influence on people. And like not that much long ago, I would never have thought I would have an influence on anyone, but I have an influence on people now, like friends that I talk to and stuff that have been more motivated to do their own thing since they've watched me do it. And like things like that, just you do actually have, doesn't matter who you are. If you're doing something that someone wants to do or someone wants to be like that, then you'll influence them.
Did you ever think 17-year-old at Redcliffe High, you're graduating, I don't see her again, you're here 9 years later in my house doing a podcast?
Never would have thought, no. But I'm glad the way it all goes, like everything in life. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, me too, mate.
But I think it all like comes together for a reason, for sure.
Yep, 100%. Well, I'm looking forward to the journey and hopefully we stay in contact more often.
Yeah, for sure.
And love to do a follow-up podcast on how your business is going, mate. Really appreciate you coming on the show. So thanks for coming on.
That'll be all right. Thank you for having me.